And got it.
Got it.
Got it. What is that?
Well, we're just going to say got it a lot.
Hang on. Tonight, the crew of Covered in Film will be reviewing I'd Rather Stay Home and Count the Wrinkles on My Dog's Balls. 2012's Best Picture, Argo. Ben, was that it?
No, get ready.
No.
It's going to be like talking to those two fucks from the Muppets.
That's a good one, too.
That's
Better
the
quote.
line.
Better quote.
That's
Ben
the
wins.
line.
Ben's winning
That
all
wins.
night, motherfucker. Here we
That's
go.
good for the show. That's really good for the show, actually.
Exactly. Context. Context.
Well, hey,
Is my ring too
Mr.
bright? Do I need to bring it down?
There
Is
you
that
go.
better? Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that mood
That's
lighting?
better.
Do I bring it
Yeah.
up?
Let's
Split the
ask the
difference?
audience. Hey, audience, what do you think? They think
Hey,
it's
6
better.
people who watched 2 seconds of this.
Yeah, you've made it this far. All of you out there, I know you've made it this far. So like and subscribe.
Stay
That's
Because-
right.
tuned.
Why don't you subscribe and leave a comment? We're lonely.
We
We
won't
want
read
your
it
words.
or respond, but leave a comment.
Leave a
So-
comment. Hey, shout out to that dude with like 2 letters and 2 numbers in his name who actually commented on Ford Fairlane. Big love. I appreciate you.
Hey.
Yes, Ford Fairlane could not be made today, but you know, I gave you the comment. So comment on my comment and then somebody else comment. Let's get a let's get a dialogue
So many.
moving
Yep.
along.
All right, Ben, since you want to start it, do it. Rate it and grade this movie.
Well, I'll give you my rating and grading, but get ready. It's like talking to those 2 fucks from the Muppets. I mean, I'll admit it. Let's Russ. This is Russ's movie. He's hosting. Thank you, Russ. Now I can drink wine and, you know, libations and smokations, whatever. I'm enjoying the night. But I don't have to have any poignant things to say. This movie, about halfway through, I wrote the note. Damn, this movie is good. It's just Affleck fucking did a great job. There's no other way to say it. Like his look and his acting in this movie, who gives a shit? But directing it, I mean, it wasn't a masterpiece, but he definitely did a good job. It's got a shit ton of great cameos. How are you going to have a problem with a movie with Bryan Cranston in it? And I give it, you know, come on, is it everybody's cup of tea? No, but this movie is an A. If you want to watch a fun movie it's not fun. If you want to watch a drama about a hostage crisis, that's the right one. Watch this one. A. B plus. B, solid B. Solid B for Ben Affleck. Do you think Affleck has Affleck?
So wait, what
Not
is
if he
it?
wants to save 15%.
Is it an
B.
A?
B. It
a-
just went down a full letter grade when I realized some of the things.
Yeah, some of the things.
But it's a solid B. It comes up a full letter grade for the amount of ladies in glasses. Good choice. Ladies in glasses.
Wait,
A
so it comes
favorite.
up a
They
full
had
letter
London
grade, so it
accent.
would have been a C. So without the ladies in glasses, it's a C.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. What can I say?
All right. I'm just saying. I'm just looking for clarification. You know?
All right, Joe, before we get too lost on whatever he's talking about, what do you think?
The ladies. in
Wait.
glasses.
Wait. All right, go ahead.
I mean,
I mean,
It's
been a long time.
shout out to the J. What's his last name? Let's keep moving. Miss you, dude. You know I'm fucking with you. You should be employed by me. Anyway, let's go.
God, that was funny. What were we doing?
Joe, your rating,
The rating
and grading
and the
it.
great.
What
You know
movie?
the thing we
What?
actually have done every show.
What movie was it again?
Argo.
Argo,
that's
fuck
right.
yourself.
That's right. That's it. There it is. I was waiting. Somebody was gonna pick it up.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
It's a well done movie about apparently based on a true story. I did zero research. I just drink beer and talk.
I'll check out.
Did you see
Joe's
it before?
off.
What? This motherfucker counting the timer.
No, I was counting how many true things you just said. They all check out.
Yeah,
Had you
yeah.
seen it before, Joe?
I had not seen it before.
For reals?
Yeah,
I
hadn't seen it
paid
before.
$4 instead of breaking out my Xbox 360 to watch this, The Avengers, and Live Free or Die Hard, the 3 movies I have downloaded on my Xbox 360.
Oh, nice. Damn, you actually unpacked that thing and plugged it in?
No, I paid $4 on Amazon Prime like
Oh.
a fucking idiot.
Oh, I bought
Why
it
didn't you
because my
pay
mom
$7
liked
and just
it.
own it on
Yeah,
Amazon Prime?
$7.99. I probably should have bought it, but you know what? I've already
I
bought
just
it.
Bought it.
And this isn't Children of Men. Anyway.
Sounds like it's a principle. It's like a principle. It's the principality, Smokey.
Principalities involved.
All right.
Playing
so
with my
I
money?
gotta interrupt. I gotta
Like
interrupt
playing with my
everybody.
emotions.
If anyone has now made it this far after all of that rambling, then you really need to like and subscribe because you're the best hope we have.
Wait,
Come
is a
on.
good show.
This is
a
great
good show.
stuff.
Yeah, this is
All right, Joe.
This is gold.
What's your rating? Come on. What the
Move
hell,
along.
damn guy?
It's a B-. I have issues with the pacing. I think the casting is done well. I think the acting is done well. I don't agree with how it was shot. I think they could have done. I don't know. I'd have put a different flavor on it.
Wait, what shots? Give me one. What shot?
Like
Did you were
specifically,
like
he's walking into the fucking Hilton hotel and it's got the bitch's name on it. I can't remember.
Paris?
Paris, yeah, it's the Paris Hilton, and it's like specifically has her name on it, and they do none of the
He
glamour.
wasn't even fucking born yet, bro.
It doesn't matter. It was
They
on
do
the
what?
building.
Well, Hilton was, but
no, but it wasn't just the Hilton. It was something Hilton, and it was, anyways. It doesn't matter. The point being is they missed the glamour. Like that was they had the spy part, they had the hostage crisis part, but they didn't.
You're talking
have
about glamour in Iran?
In the movie, you fuck. You're going in to rescue these people under the concept that you're making a movie, and then while you film the movie, you don't take a segment, one piece of it, and make it about the Hollywood part.
What? They do. It's the best part of this movie.
Nah.
This movie would be a fucking C- if it wasn't for John Goodman and Alan Arkin.
I don't feel like they executed. They did. They executed on the backroom deals and the handshakes that make shit happen. They executed on the hostage crisis part. They executed on all the like spy technical stuff, but they should have took just one segment and gone with over the top Hollywood stuff. I just don't feel like the cinematography.
I can't let it go. Hey, the public reading, dude, when they get the press to sell the movie and they have the table reading, that's 100% Hollywood.
Dude, it watched like a fucking war documentary rather than taking that moment to make it the fucking like almost like musical status. They should have took just one segment and pushed it to 10 and did it all Hollywood movie. And like,
all right, I'll give you that. Yeah, Affleck.
The hostage crisis section just for a section. Just for
way
a
to
piece
go,
of
Affleck. Yep.
All right.
Yep. Friends with Kevin Smith. That's
I
why
wasn't trying to go that
this.
deep into it, but Ben's got to be poking me in my chest.
Oh, it's on now.
Shit.
I got a target for the rest of this episode, and for once, it's not Russ.
Wait, he hasn't rated it and graded it yet. Why you freaking? Why you?
Oh wait, let's hear.
Why are you calling in the lead? Jesus. Fuck.
All right.
Burying the lead. Burying the lead, you pentultimate motherfucker.
Suck it.
Wow. So this is also the first time
I'm sorry, Russ.
This is also the first time I'd seen this movie.
Was it?
And you picked it. That's the funny part.
I did pick
Yeah.
it. I
How
picked it.
how did you pick this movie? Why did you pick this?
I mean,
movie?
I feel like it's a great way to go. You get to watch something you've always wanted to watch.
Yeah,
That's fair.
it's. I knew about this movie, and I like for years said like, why haven't I watched that? But
Yeah, it's a decade. 11 this year.
11. I give it a B plus. So I think I agree with some of the stuff you guys said. Maybe a little less Joe, because I felt like it was a really good balance between the two sides. I felt like there was a really big segment that was all about how are we going to make this movie legit pretend. Like they weren't really focusing on Iran at all. They were just focusing on how do we convince people that this is actually a big movie, and then the government's going to buy into it, and then we'll go back to Iran some more. So I think they did a good, big, long Hollywood segment, but I felt like the ending, and maybe it's just because this is the way it really happened and everything, but it was a little anticlimactic. Like I saw everything coming. I wasn't really feeling the suspense. They just walked around in town for like a very short amount of time. I just wanted a little more substance on that end of it.
Well, yeah, they were at the fucking Grand Bazaar and they almost got fucked.
Yeah, but it was like 10 minutes of the whole movie. Like the rest of it, they
Right.
were just sitting in a room.
That's
Yeah, they just had to add
that's
some
my
flavor.
point. That was my whole point, because I agree with you, Russ. Like they did the little bizarre scene, and I felt like that was tense. I felt like the pacing up to that point was decent, and like they built the tension. And personally, I just wanted the release of, all right, cool. Well, here's the big movie reveal, and we reveal everybody, and we do this whole pipeline or whatever.
Yeah, it was
That's
just
not the
getting
right
away,
word.
huh?
And
It's
then
just getting away.
like
It was like
sneak 'em
having
out
a
the back
sock
door.
instead of like just out in the open. It was kind of constrained.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, don't just keep it in your room, whip it out on the subway. Shit.
Right?
What the hell is happening tonight? Hey, if you
What's
made
next,
it this far,
host?
don't forget to like and subscribe.
Ring the bell, because we do.
Other movies from 2012. 2012
Wasn't the
was
Earth
a
supposed to
year-
explode? The Mayans said 2012, the Earth's done.
3 Days of Darkness in 2012.
Huh.
That's right.
The Mayan
Interesting.
calendar ended
I've
in
got-
like 2015 or something.
Who
I've
knew?
got a
All they
great
did was they
picture.
transposed two numbers, and it was actually 2021. I mean, who knew?
And then here we are in 2023. I got a great picture of January 1st, 2012. Actually, it's a beautiful fucking sunrise. Just red everywhere. They were on to something, but their math was off. They didn't carry the 7.
Dude, if you guys go to Mexico, like I've been saying, and
Just got my
go
passport.
there, yep,
Whoa,
Mayan
nice.
ruins.
I can't wait.
Do
I want
one
Ireland
of
to
the
be
super touristy ones and actually go to a Mayan ruin and just have some dude walk
Super
around and tell you
touristy?
about it.
I want to go to
because they have
Machu Picchu.
they have some guy who just knows the history
in
and he tells
Peru,
you
you
all
fuck.
about it. It's really interesting. Okay, other movies from 2012. Flight. That was a good one.
Denzel
Lincoln.
Washington,
Life with
right?
Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy.
No. Flight with Denzel
Flight.
Washington, right?
You know,
Yes.
once in a while I think about doing that one.
Yeah.
That's
that's
we
a good
did an
movie.
alcoholic movie though, so do we need to do another? But that's a good fucking movie. When
Really
that's a
good
let's just
movie.
do it right now. When they show him go into the room and see the bar and he leaves it, but then he comes back, that bottle snatch at the end, I'm like, that's the most compelling argument for this being a disease I've ever seen.
That's
Anyway,
where I'm at right now, listening to you talk.
When he's in the courtroom,
fuck you, motherfucker.
when he's in the
fight.
courtroom in
Ow.
that movie, and he says, "So I did a little bump to straighten myself out," and
Come on, Cheadle.
at the same time, he saved everybody's lives. So you're like,
Yep.
well, I guess he did a little bump. It's totally cool.
Yep. That's
your
right.
bump, dude.
I love Don Cheadle's face when he
Probably
admits to the
got
fact
him-
he did
probably
cocaine.
Got him through that shit, dude.
That's
Got
a good
hyper
movie.
fucking
Anyway,
focused.
that's not the movie we
Lincoln.
did this week. We did Half Baked.
Lincoln was
Oh, wait,
another
no.
one.
No, that's still wrong.
What was?
Lincoln.
You know what? So here's something funny. We talked at home. I was like, if I'm hosting this, thank you, Russ, for taking over and allowing me to just get belligerent. I was like, we should talk about, or you know what? I think it was Kelly's idea, best true stories.
Yeah.
And that came
I've
up.
got,
The movie you just mentioned,
Lincoln.
I've got
Lincoln.
the next.
I've
got a couple tie-ins, but so 2012 and other true story movies, Lincoln, and this movie and Zero Dark 30 all came out in 2012, and they're all great movies.
Can you really say Lincoln is a true story? Like, I don't know. To me, it's a great reimagining. I've never actually seen Zero Dark 30, but I saw the picture of everybody's face when they murked bin Laden, and that was real enough for me.
Zero Dark 30? I actually haven't finished it, but it's the most kind of graphic detailing of Americans torturing in modern day that I've ever seen. And it's very believable. You know,
I'm watching it tonight, I guess.
Fuck all that,
and-
dude. But you guys want to talk about anxiety? That's the shit that gives me anxiety.
I know, right?
torture.
Just the atrocities that happen in the world, dude. Like freaking when we were kids, Aaron was Ben knows Aaron. Russ probably knows Aaron. Maybe knows Aaron. He used to be
Aaron.
into that Faces of Death
Yeah. Oh,
website
yeah.
at the beginning of the internet, and dude, I
Mhm.
can't. No,
Oh, that was VHS, dude. That was like that VHS tape that got passed around where it's like, you'll never believe they've got this shit on tape. Not a fan. Once in a while, Bianca watches our show. Maybe, hey, Bianca, if you watch this show, leave a comment. Like, we don't have to do horror movies for you to get to watch, I guess. Maybe we do. Whatever.
No,
Oh, hey,
Aaron
miss you,
ruined
Aaron.
me on all that shit. I'm done.
Last time I talked with Aaron, he pointed out how much dumb shit I do, and I thought that's Aaron's memory of me as being a complete dumbass.
Hey, Aaron, ring that bell.
Ring
Subscribe,
that bell, buddy.
subscribe,
Ring
like,
that bell, you
share.
Scottish motherfucker.
I
Share.
forgot. Hey, I'm Scottish. Anyways,
Hey.
So
Magic
am I, somewhere.
Magic Mike was the fourth one actually. That came out in 2012 and is a true story.
What
Which
did
one?
2012 come out in 2012?
No,
Yeah, what did you say? You cut out for the first time in like
Was
forever,
that movie
you actually
directed by
lost a
Roland
section.
Emmerich?
did I
I
lose
think
something?
it was, right?
Yeah, you did something, Mike.
Magic Mike.
Magic.
Oh, Magic Mike. Oh, I thought you said Shrek.
Okay. I don't need to do the rest of the 2012 movies, I don't think, but Lawless was one of them.
Nice. Joe
Uh,
just dropped a solid joke. Come on, dude. He just put that shit together in 3 parts. Good job. Fuck. Thought you said
Every
Shrek.
once in a while,
All
I
right,
show up.
Russ. Come
Oh.
on.
I didn't even, I mean, right over my head. Joe, you're just too funny for me.
Hey, you heard it here first.
But let's talk about some other. Let's talk about some other true stories that were movies. I wrote a bunch of them down that I think are really good, and they're not cop outs, so they're not war movies or something like
Okay.
that.
Ooh,
But
I'm intrigued.
Wait, so we're not going to talk about Hitler?
no Hitler.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
Zodiac.
Nice. Call back. Yeah, own it on Blu-ray, which if I own it on Blu-ray, that's a true call out to that movie. I love it.
We've
Blu-ray
talked about
was
it
an
recently, but
investment.
Dallas
Fine.
Buyers Club. It's a good one.
I haven't seen
It
that one.
is. That's
I have not
that's
seen that one.
as yeah, I'll never forget watching that movie, but I don't know that I'll watch it again freely.
I don't think you will ever own it on Blu-ray, but
No, I won't.
great movie. Moneyball.
Sorry. Moneyball.
Moneyball's a good
I'll
one.
watch that movie at the drop of a hat. That is such a
Good
calming,
movie.
great fucking movie.
He said calming. Ha!
Dude, I can't
Calming.
help it. I watch that movie and it's calming. Like Brad Pitt's demeanor in that movie calms me.
Oh.
Into the Wild.
Hey, number 1 on IMDb for
Really?
best movies about true stories. Kind of fucked up, but like, don't we all kind of want to do that? Have you guys seen Into the Wild?
Oh
I
yeah.
think I've seen it once, but I can't recall.
You
I
didn't want to
remember-
just chuck it all and go live in a fucking VW bus in the middle of Alaska?
Well, I mean, that's me every day.
Right.
I
So
remember
this kid,
I live in a van down
That
by
work-
the river.
you might not want to watch that movie if that's what you want to do. I remember when I watched
little
it for,
Shakespeare over there.
when I watched it for the first time, Sonia's friend, also my friend, but more Sonia's friend, Carissa was over, and like her and Sonia were leaving the house to go do a girls' night. What are you doing? And
Nothing. Counting
and
the number of
she
people
goes like,
in your story.
she goes, "What are you watching?" And I say, "Into the Wild." And she goes, "Isn't that the movie where he dies at the end?" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. But on a spoiler rating, is that better or worse than Mr. Echo dies?
The delivery of
I didn't
Mr.
know that
Echo,
one.
like he wanted me to, he knew that I was going to be mad, and he said it with
Jason
the
Momoa,
intention
you motherfucker.
of just making me upset. Yeah. Fuck you,
All
man.
time. All time. How could you do that? You know how
But-
much Lost meant to us?
But if you're watching right now, tell your friends, like and subscribe.
Right, yeah.
Share.
Office
Make
in
sure
the
to
Day,
share.
Lost at Night. That was the
Don't
day.
be- Don't be embarrassed that people will judge you about what you share. Just share.
Just share.
Did you guys watch The Social Network?
I
No.
did.
No.
Pretty good, right?
Well worth it. Honestly, if nothing more than Timberlake's stint as the inventor of Napster, he's
Justin
great in it.
Timberlake is
Just-
the best character.
He gives the idea like, don't just call it Facebook, or don't call it the Facebook, call it Facebook. And it's, yeah, no, Timberlake in that movie. Timberlake is, there's guys, speaking of James Maxwell, there's guys who just land on the right side of the fucking coin. You know what I mean? They're always heads up. No matter what they do, they land on the right side of the coin. I feel like that's Timberlake. Whether it's
That's fair.
SNL
That's
or
fair.
movie roles,
That's
God,
fair.
that guy just fucking
Or
gets
singing.
it.
Hey, just apply yourself and dancing.
Cry
I
me
mean,
a
that guy
river.
can
I don't know
dance
any of
like a
his songs,
motherfucker.
actually.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah, way to go. Britney Spears before she got around. Whatever.
Speaking of movies that are based on real life that I think are fantastic, my personal favorite has always been Galaxy Quest.
That's not based on real life.
I was like,
Oh my God, Joe is setting him up and knocking him down tonight.
in my head, I
Jesus.
was like, well, it's based on people making a TV show.
Yeah. No,
I was
good
about
one.
to be
Good
like,
one.
I could
That's
see how
funny.
you got there, but I like Ben's response more.
Yeah.
Honestly,
What else?
probably
The
if I
Pianist?
legitimately had to do one, it would be the episode 1 of Covered in Film,
Children of
The
Men.
Revenant?
Revenant.
Oh,
I
Is that
win.
based on
I
a
got the
true
right
story?
answer. Fuck you,
Hey,
motherfucker.
what you don't get to pick a war movie.
That's not
Right.
a war movie.
No,
Not
but
The
Ben wanted to
Pianist?
pick The Pianist. You
How
can't
about
pick-
Christy Brown and My Left Foot? Hit that
Oh,
fucking button where you
bam.
watch our review of My Left Foot,
Bam.
motherfucker. Based on a true story. Schindler's List. We're always dancing around it. We're never doing Goodfellas. Boop, bop, hit it. Basketball Diaries. Loved it when I was younger. Those are people who
Schindler's
died.
List.
died.
That's, you know what?
Uh,
I gotta
hey.
revise my statement. Schindler's List is probably the best movie ever based on.
Yeah, but
real-
Pursuit
it's a
of
war movie again.
Happiness.
It's a war movie.
yeah,
again.
no, right, you did. You said exclusive.
Pursuit of
Man,
Happiness. Pretty amazing. pretty uplifting, pretty.
It's
That movie
super
takes you through the whole
dramatized.
range of emotions.
Hey, what about A Beautiful Mind? Read that bell by your
I guess
sucker.
if you
You
want
should.
to,
Beautiful Mind's a good one.
whatever. That movie sucks ass. Munich. I always want to choose it. Munich, based on
No
actual
war movies.
things.
No war
Has
movies.
hey, is it a war movie? It's like a Cold War movie, so I think I get to slip it under the radar.
No.
Has an
The
opening
radar
like
has
this one
crashed.
though. You know what else gave me not based on a true story, but The Kingdom. I was like, this has got kind of Kingdom vibes for the opening,
Dude,
where it
but-
lays out like, here's how we got to this shitty situation, and boom. Also, The Kingdom had an actor die in a bomb blast who was in this movie, who played like the whatever. He wasn't the Secretary of State, but he was right in between Cranston and the two old fucks from the Muppets.
The Kingdom
Oh, is that you guys?
is based in reality for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Hey,
Directed by
all
Peter
right,
Berg.
my
Lost
other
episode. I weep for it.
The
my
Lost
last
episode.
two, Too Big to Fail. Did either of you guys watch that one?
No, I have
Dana
not seen
Carvey?
that
Oh
one.
no, that's too funny to fail.
Neither of you guys have seen Too Big to Fail?
No.
I prefer
That's
The
a-
Big Short. I was actually thinking of The Big Short while Bill Burr was talking about amazing metal drummists, and he was talking about Vinnie Paul. When Christian Bale does "By Demons Be Driven" in The Big Short, so fucking sick.
Dude,
I
The
mean,
Big-
they're
The
both-
Big Short is such a good movie.
The Big
So good.
Short and
Steve
Too Big to
Carell,
Fail
Oscar
are
worthy.
essentially the same. They're very similar. But another favorite of mine, which is much more, I think, flew under the radar, was Game Change, and it was about when Sarah Palin was selected as the candidate for vice
Poor
president,
John
and they were
McCain.
like, he was like, "This is going to be my game change."
Oh.
He's black. They got that going for him, but I'm going to pick a woman, and no.
Oh yeah. Oh, poor John McCain, man. That guy deserves such a better ending to his life. But I mean, had an amazing life. But I feel bad for that whole little blip. Thank God he came back and was such a stand-up guy in his role after the Palin thing.
I think you should
Anyway.
just watch it
I
anyways.
feel
The-
like this is a minefield. I don't want to walk out there.
Yeah, you're probably
very,
right. I'm
It's a
putting my toe
very-
in everything tonight.
It's a very good movie. It starts with you loving Sarah Palin. Halfway through it, you really hate her and think she's an idiot. And it finishes with grace, and like you end up going, you know what? She's just misunderstood. She like definitely was not the right pick for a VP, but she's really not that
I mean,
stupid, and
hey,
she's great for
that
what
movie
she-
made you hate her less, right? Like you couldn't quite hate her because of the movie.
I just
Right,
it
like
just
Downfall
brings-
did with Hitler.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
I didn't want to let anybody down. Our constituents wanted that to be
All right.
said, so I wasn't
All right,
going to let it
let's-
go.
Let's get into the wad.
I mean, the downfall
wad.
away. Hit that button.
Oh, that's great.
Hey, but before we get into the wad, like and
They killed it
subscribe.
they tested it on the dog, those motherfuckers.
I swear to God, dude,
'Cause
that's
that's
so
the thing to get excited about.
upsetting.
Dude, I saw a fucking little comedy, just quick little aside. I saw a comedy piece the other day. And it's a quick little stand up. And this guy starts this story and he says, fucking America, you guys have done too, you guys are too into your fucking dogs. You're just too over the top about your dogs. So my dad died last year. Absolute
Hey.
silence from the audience. And he takes a
Right.
break and looks like
Always
he's
a
gonna
solid
gather
hook from a
himself, and he-
comedian.
and he says, so my dad died last year and he had this dog. And then he goes into this spiel. And dad dies. And then the next day, they tell the dog that he died. And then the dog goes and lays down and dies where dad dies. And the whole fucking audience is like, oh.
I'm
He's
pretty sure
all-
you're making me
and
cry. I
you
don't know what
all
the end of
mother-
the story is,
He's
but
like, I told you people at the beginning that my dad died, and it was silence. And this dog dies, and you all fucking are falling all over yourselves. You take your dogs too far, America.
yeah. I feel like that's a comedian's joke. Like other comedians are gonna be like, God, what a good job you just did.
Oh, I know. He set them all up for the fucking knockdown, dude. I was
That's
like,
beautiful. I
oh.
love that. The writing
My-
on that is
He's
fucking
like, my
top
dad
notch.
didn't even have a dog.
I saw that
Oh
one
my
too,
God.
actually, and he does a much better job than Joe did. It was.
Oh, it
really
was the
funny.
abridged version.
Oh
yeah.
my God. My dad didn't even have a dog. Oh fuck. Oh my God. All right.
Take
All
your dogs
right.
too seriously,
Holy shit.
America. That's for all the animal
Oh
lovers.
my
Like,
God.
subscribe,
That is so well written.
and share.
Unlike this show, like, subscribe, share, ring that bell.
All right, writers.
Hey, what about Sully for best real movie? Sully's actually a really great movie.
Sully? What the fuck?
Yeah, with fucking Tom Hanks about the guy who fucking got him through the birds into the river. That's a pretty good movie.
That's the one where the plane crashes, right?
Is that the same
Into
guy that
the
wrote this? Is that the
Saves
same guy?
everybody's life, and then like a dozen fucking experts try and recreate it, and they can't do it. And
How
it's,
did you get it's that actually is a very good movie. But
It
I feel
is.
like it was like the poor man's flight, if that makes sense.
you know, unfortunately, unfortunately, let's not judge these things. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they make it a joke to say, "So I inverted the bird." And it really is a funny running joke through a few of their episodes. where
Wait,
they're
and what do you
talking
think that
about
reference?
how they
you think
fix the
that
problem?
references Sully? You think that references Sully?
No, it references
No,
flight.
flight. So I
No,
inverted
it
the bird.
references Top Gun. You fucks.
No, it's
No.
it's flight.
It's
So
flight,
I
for
was
sure.
inverted.
No,
It's
it's
flight.
flight.
When that wing clips that church. All right, enough of this goddamn shit. What about Apollo 13? Come
Holy
on.
crap.
I think
Shut
Russ was
up.
talking about writers. Are any of these movies written by the people who wrote this movie, Russ?
Also,
know
where
Mute,
Ben's
great
going.
movie based
Ben
on
is
real
just-
life. Yeah,
is
let's
just
talk about
Off
the
the
other
deep
thing.
end.
Writers.
The W. We never give the W any attention.
So
The
I'll
V.
just- I'll
we got the
start
V all the
with-
time, but
I'll start with Chris Terrio.
Terrio.
Tertiary.
Terrio up in this bio.
Turturo.
Anyways, he also did.
Chris, what's happening?
He apparently worked with Ben Affleck on other things because he did Zack Snyder's Justice League and
What other
Batman
things? This
versus-
is the only movie I've ever seen Ben Affleck in.
Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice League. He also did Lego Star Wars, something
The
Jedi.
game?
Leg of Star Wars.
Yeah.
Bro, I played Lego Star Wars like a motherfucker, and then after a while, I was like, I'm just gonna be playing the same shit over and over again. That's the only downfall of that game.
You guys want to talk about any of those movies? Nope. Okay.
I want to
Ben
talk
Affleck
about
it
Ben
is.
Affleck and Batman,
Yeah,
how he had his
actors.
own Batman
Right.
written. He was supposed to get his own Batman made, and then people read it and they were like, I don't know, man. And Zack Snyder's DC director cut, and then they brought
Dude,
in
that's
Bryan
the Batman-
Cranston.
No,
They
dude,
brought in
the-
somebody else.
No,
Poor
the Zack
DC.
Snyder, the Zack Snyder director's cut of Justice League is the Batman we all deserve.
Hey, it might be coming up because I've never
That's-
seen it, and I'm looking forward to a
Oh.
4-hour movie.
Dude,
None of
not-
that is true.
That's the
That's not-
Batman we all deserve. That's the way Batman
Was it-
should be.
The
It's
best
not
part of
Batman.
Batman versus Superman was the flash forward to Apocalypse coming and all the fucking locusts and shit. That was the best
dude.
part of that movie.
No, the best Batman versus Superman movie is Zack Snyder's Justice League. That movie is
All right.
fantastic.
All right.
The cut,
Okay.
the Zack Snyder cut it's a completely different movie. I did
Well-
not like Justice League. The first time we've done a superhero movie on Covered in Film, I absolutely love Zack Snyder's cut.
I thought it was Batman. We did
watched,
Batman Dark Knight, didn't we?
I watched it. Oh, we did, huh? I did it
Yeah.
back to back. I watched the theatrical color version and then watched the black and white.
In
'Cause
Batman
you didn't
Dark
want to
Knight
see color, right?
is the Batman we always
Cyborg. You're talking about Cyborg.
Cyborg.
No, what?
Okay, so Ben Affleck, he also, as a writer, did The Last Duel, which was recent. Did anyone watch
Did he
that?
really write The Last Duel? That was
Yeah.
critically destroyed. Matt Damon
he-
was like, I'll be in it though, buddy.
He also wrote The Town.
Great
and
fucking movie. Great
Yeah,
film.
Great movie. And Gone Baby Gone.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, let's talk about an actual great movie. Have you seen
Baby
Gone
Gone.
Baby Gone?
That
Dude,
No.
that movie is honestly, that's an A fucking plus. That's one of the best put together movies I've ever seen. I've only watched it once because I don't want to go back and find any problems. That movie's fucking perfect.
Oh, wow.
well, I've
That's
watched it 3 times,
It's
and
a strong statement.
it's an A. It's an
I'm
A.
telling
It's
you.
not an A plus.
It's an
but
A. Dude,
It's one of
Amy
those
Adams
movies.
got a nomination. Not Amy Adams, fucking whatever her name was, who went to be Holly in The Office and had her best role ever. That's where she got The Office from. Morgan Freeman has a bit part in that and is fucking smoking in every role. Yeah, no, that's a great Gone Baby Gone. Why haven't we done that?
Gone Baby
Click
Gone
the-
is
Oh.
Apparently, we need to.
Apparently.
so the Gone Baby Gone. The first time you watch it, it's an A plus. It reminds me a lot of like Inside Man, where by the time you get to the end and the whole movie unravels to you for the first time, you're like, holy shit, I loved that. That was incredible. Didn't see it coming. A plus. But then when you watch
Yeah.
it for the second time, it's like, okay, now that I already know what's going to happen, it's not as amazing, but it's still a great movie.
Speaking of the 3, I'd put Inside Man on my 3-year rotation. I don't watch it every year, but it's
So
going to
would-
come up.
Would you give
Yeah,
Inside
that
Man?
movie- Clive Owen, I love Clive Owen. That's one of Jodie Foster's best roles. And it's got that, it's directed by Spike Lee. It's got that Spike Lee running shot where fucking Denzel Washington is just going through the crowd on a fucking dolly. I love that shot.
All right.
Inside
la-
Man. Like it, live it, love it.
Last but not least for writing, Ben Affleck.
I can't believe we're still on the writers.
He
We
was
are.
credited.
The
he
W
was
is all boop, boop, boop.
he was credited for farting in Good Will Hunting during the writing of it. So
You know what? Hey, Cole Hauser's in Good Will Hunting, right? He is
Yeah.
also in Yellowstone. I see him in Yellowstone and I see how far he's come from the fucking Boston guy in Good Will Hunting. Good for Cole Hauser. Good for you, buddy.
Who's Cole Hauser? It doesn't matter. I don't want to.
Cole Hauser, he's a redhead.
No, wait.
He's a
Okay.
fucking redhead. And
he's a
made
redhead.
it. In Yellowstone, not a redhead. Had to
Yeah,
dye
he's
his
like-
hair. But gets together with, what's her name? Amy? Is it Amy? It's Beth. Beth.
Beth, yeah.
Which I got to admit,
Beth
if
is
you're
the
gonna get a
best.
chick from that show, get Beth. Yeah.
Well, I mean, not if you want to talk to her, but for the other stuff.
Whoa.
Beth. Yeah.
It's a family-friendly
Anyways.
show, Russ.
No, it's not.
No, it fucking isn't. I'm gonna turn that fucking around, right? You mentioned family fucking show one more fucking time, I'll bang you right the fuck out.
So director
What?
of this movie.
Oh, I
Threaten
thought we were
me
doing
with
Fort
it.
Fairlane. The
Threaten me
director,
with a
Ben
good
Affleck.
time.
Michael
Ben
Bay
Affleck.
paid 80 grand to give that motherfucker movie star teeth.
What?
True story.
Really?
Armageddon. Look it up.
Wow. 80
I
grand.
don't
That's
think
all that
Michael
costs?
Bay paid for it. I think Michael Bay probably convinced someone
And
else.
then
to
he
pay
was
for it.
like, crash. And then they asked, crash.
That's two South Park references during the show. I don't know if anyone else has caught it. But
What was the first one?
when I said Ben Affleck farted, and that's how he contributed to Good Will Hunting.
I didn't catch that, but now I do. Good shit. Good shit. Matt
So
Damon. All right.
So director is Ben Affleck. He's credited for all the same things directing wise and one more movie. It's a short movie. I'd never heard of it before I looked into it just now. It's called I Killed My Lesbian Wife, Hung Her on a Meat Hook, and Now I Have a 3-Picture Deal with Disney. That's the whole title.
I mean, do you need any? I don't even need to watch it. I mean,
you know what's, I keep thinking of doing Gone Girl, and I think it's just going to be my next rotation. Joe's up next. Have you guys seen Gone Girl? I'm pretty sure neither one of you have.
I watched it once. I can't remember it.
Russ?
I think I have seen it. Yes.
Well, fuck you then. Go ahead with your show, Russ.
I know.
I had to Google
Yeah.
it.
Ben was
But
trying.
I'm
have
going to
seen
do
it.
fucking
Ben
bench
was-
warmers next.
He was trying to flex his elitist muscle. Fuck you, Ben.
Hey,
We're
I
gonna
went
do
to
grandma's
movie-
boy.
We are well-watched moviegoers. Fuck you, you elitist
All right.
ass.
Grandma's boy, and you're going to fucking like it.
So
Because it's got Lisa
I want to do hard.
Cardellini.
I want to do hard candy. We got to do hard candy.
Oh,
No.
bro.
I don't want to do that movie.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
a man now.
And he's, yeah.
That's
You
that's
guys
an
watch
arc.
the
That's
Umbrella?
a character arc in real life. Russ, this is so off the rails. I love it.
Have you guys watched the Umbrella Academy, the Umbrella Society, Umbrella
The first
Academy?
season,
Umbrella Academy.
maybe the second season.
Oh no, it's. I watched that whole thing, and she actually makes them change her character to a boy in that movie.
Hey. She didn't make him change the character. Gerard Way said,
Fair
I'm
enough.
going to change your
They
character.
rewrote.
Shout out to my kid, Priscilla. I bought her that graphic novel. She love you, Priscilla. Love you.
Hey,
Oh,
And just to
Priscilla.
embrace it, they rewrote
I miss you.
his character to the
Priscilla.
proper gender for the show. That
That's right.
power to them.
Priscilla, tell
Russ,
your friends.
don't you fucking
like
talk
and
about
subscribe.
Priscilla.
Like and
Yeah,
subscribe.
like and that's all you get to say. Move on.
Hey,
Yeah,
Priscilla,
don't tell her to
ginger
ring that
ass.
bell.
remember
Fucker.
when you and I and Ben all went camping together and Ben was mean to me and we bonded over it?
Oh yeah.
When ever have I been mean to your retarded punk ass?
That's good.
All right,
That's
so
good.
actors. Number one,
I
Ben
miss you
Affleck
guys.
as
Got it.
all right.
It's the Ben
Mendez.
Affleck show. It's the Ben Affleck show tonight.
Does Affleck
Uncovered
have
in film.
Affleck though? That's the real question.
Not if
Hey,
he's trying
Shannon
to save
Hamilton from
15%. It's all
Fashionable
about
Male.
Geico. What?
Fun fact about
did
this
what?
movie: when Ben Affleck walked up to accept the award for Best Picture, he said it didn't mean as much to him because he did not also win Best Actor.
I didn't think you won Best Picture, did he?
Yeah, this movie won Best
Yeah,
Picture.
This was Best Picture.
I'm telling you,
I
an
said
extra
it
180
beginning.
seconds of research, and I would have got there. But
Dude,
I let
you're
go
such
like
a
The
fucking
Martian
schmuck, dude.
and said,
That's the only reason I wanted to watch
What
this
platform
movie.
did you? I knew it as soon as I pulled it up on Vudu, and it was labeled all over the freaking cover art. Best Picture Academy winner. I was like, oh, well, Russ pulled this off the list.
No,
Yeah, he
the
did.
reason I'd wanted to watch this forever is because it won Best Picture and I'd never seen it.
The Googler.
hey, what else
No.
was up for Best Picture this year?
Did we already talked about that?
Lincoln was one of them.
Mhm.
Flight was one of them. Life of Pi was one of them. And I think
Life of Pi. I feel, I watched Life of Pi without sound on a plane once, on a plane ride. I've never gone back. Like, I get it.
Life of
Hey,
Pi.
Life of Pi. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're great, but
If
I
there's
get it.
anyone out there who loves animals and like has a relationship with their cat or their dog, Life of Pi you're gonna like Life of Pi just because of that. Even if the rest of the movie sucks, which it doesn't. It's a beautiful
It
painting.
doesn't.
That made
Yeah.
the comment I want to make so weird that I can't do it now.
Like the
Thanks,
first
Russ.
time that the tiger and him stop hating each other and they start looking out for each other, it's like, oh, this is awesome.
What the fuck, dude? Is this my friend Totoro? I don't even know what you guys
Alright,
are talking
anyways,
about right
Really weird.
Do we need to talk more?
now.
Do we need to talk
Really
more
weird.
about Ben Affleck in his acting?
No, get to the A, motherfucker.
No, we're
That's
in
where
the A, but everybody's all you guys want. You guys are a bunch of
movie is
fucking
John Goodman and Alan Arkin. If I could watch 2.5
Affleck fans.
hours of John Goodman and Alan Arkin, this movie would be an A plus.
Affleck.
Ben, I've been on the A, but Ben Affleck is in this movie in
We're
three
in
times.
the D,
No, we skipped
No,
that.
we
We're on the
already-
A.
and
We already
that's
did
the
the D.
problem.
No, see,
You
Russ
know-
switched it around, dude. He did the W, and then he did the D, and now he's circling back around to the A. I'm not mad
Yeah.
at it. I mean,
See,
everybody's
Joe-
got their own approach.
Joe knows. Also, you know what I just realized? When I want to get your attention, I have to say your name. And then when I have to talk about the actor who I just said, you have the same name as Ben Affleck, which means maybe you have a butt where your face should be too. Third South Park.
Whoa.
That's right. Third South Park. You know what? Good job, Russ.
Thank you.
Good
Deep
job.
cuts.
I'm
Deep
Thank you.
cuts.
So
Deep
Alan
cuts.
Arkin.
Just
There it is.
don't want to leave it out. Blockbuster employee here.
Right.
Not for Argo to come out, but whatever.
Hey,
Come on,
Ben.
Russ. What do you got next?
Ben.
The
What
other
is
actors.
what is the store number to the store we worked at together?
Fuck, dude. I gotta say 1188 so much now. I don't honestly remember.
You
I don't.
are horrible.
What?
It was
Yeah,
06217.
Hey, you ever wait? What was it?
06217.
Mm,
Do you remember your
Mm.
employee number?
Absolutely not.
12909. You're the
Nice.
worst. I gotta
Good
call
job.
somebody else
Ah,
to talk
damn.
about
Good.
this.
Yeah, call somebody else. Call
Yeah.
Shannon.
That,
Call
that
fucking
sounds like
Sarah.
you should talk to somebody.
Call
dude.
Sarah. Hey,
there's,
speaking
there's
of
some
Sarah.
trauma involved there.
Honestly,
So,
Sarah,
I can't even
hope
remember
you're
my
doing good,
social
man.
security number, let alone my fucking employee ID number. Shit.
It's 626. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't say that one.
So I had trouble remembering or even researching movies that Alan Arkin is in where he plays a bigger role.
What?
dude.
All right,
Are you kidding me?
Joe. Wait, Ben. I
Are
know
you
could.
kidding me?
No,
you
don't. I don't have specifics, but I know I've seen that guy.
Exactly. All right. Well, then, Ben, tell us the 3,000
yeah.
movies he's ever been in.
You know, this is the part of the show where I wish I was a lot more ready. But what I'll tell you is he was in Little Miss Sunshine before this, where he was
Yes.
the granddad who didn't give, and he said, great life advice. Don't fuck one woman. Fuck a lot of women. Great fucking role for Alan Arkin. He was in so many movies, dude.
Okay. So exactly what you just said. After all the research I did and all the
Yes.
thinking I did, the only movie for me was Little Miss Sunshine. And then he's got this long list of movies he's been in. And I'm like, I don't know who
A
he is
ton.
in that.
Oh,
He
dude,
is
he's
a
like,
fantastic actor.
he's a
But,
B-roll guy all day long. You know, B-roll guy all day long.
Apparently.
And I did
John
love
Goodman.
Apparently.
I did love his role in this movie. I feel like earlier I critiqued it and I said they didn't bring enough Hollywood in. I feel like
The
they
whole
felt
chasing
it was enough
of
with the Hollywood to bring him in, like that whole back room Hollywood deal. I thought you said you knew such and such. Oh, I sat next to him at a buffet once.
right. That's
Yeah, I mean,
my best runner up cameo is Richard Kind. And I talked to my friend Warren Beatty, that shit's not gonna happen, so you'll take 10 grand and like it. That's
yeah,
a fantastic scene.
and that was great. And they really captured that part of it well. And I feel like John Goodman and Alan,
Arkin.
there you go, really brought that home. Like, I mean,
Yep.
the movie wouldn't be what it was without those two. They brought that
No.
part of the movie home. They sold.
They're
that
the
shit.
best part.
I love
The
John
best part.
Goodman. John Goodman is my favorite because John Goodman is the middleman.
So,
He's the guy
let's-
that's getting paid. You know what I mean? Like,
Let's
out of
talk
all
about
these
John
people
Goodman.
in this thing, his
Let's-
character is the one who's getting paid.
Let's talk about John Goodman. Of everything he's done,
Oh, Jesus.
other than Roseanne, because we don't need to get
Well,
into
no, I
that.
hate that.
Oh, look at Russ with the qualifier. Good job, dude.
Yeah. Other than Roseanne, when you guys
Wow.
think of John Goodman,
I'm so
What's the-
proud.
what's the movie that stands out to you as the most?
All right, here's the thing. I'm going to go off on my tangent first so that Joe can come back. Inside knowledge, when Chris Farley, Russ is
Everyone's
gone.
just left. He's
When-
like, all right, I'm done.
Hey,
Do your thing, man.
Chris Farley had his funeral, and there's this beautiful story about John Goodman right before the ceremony starts. He shows up and he's got his suitcase, and he's like, I'm not gonna miss this fucking funeral for anything. And they have the funeral for Chris Farley. That's what I think of John Goodman. But if we're not talking Roseanne, great job, Russ. Honestly, back to some what would be what's the pay for play shit? Whatever. Oh brother, where art thou? When he is the Cyclops in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and he fucking squishes the squish toad. John Goodman's been around forever, but that's what I think of
dude,
is him as the
cor-
Cyclops.
His career is insane.
All right, Joe.
Yes.
Man, honestly, I actually have resorted to Google real quick
Resorted.
just to refresh my memory because he's been around so long. I mean, John Goodman. I mean,
Well, let me help you out here.
Who hasn't seen a John Goodman movie?
Who
Who doesn't know this man? You know,
Nobody.
The three that I expected you guys to pick.
Hold on. Even meeting Russell's qualifier of skipping Roseanne, you still know who John Goodman is.
Yep. Although number one is Roseanne, right?
I mean,
It's got
Okay. Move on.
All right, so the three that I thought you guys were gonna pick: Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, or Big Lebowski, or Fred Flintstone in the Flintstones.
Fucking Donnie. What was the third one?
Flintstones.
Fred Flintstone.
Fred Flintstone. Are you fucking kidding me? The Flintstones? Fuck you.
That wouldn't be on my top three.
I
But
thought
hey,
you
Big
guys might pick
Lebowski
those.
for sure.
I mean,
Big Lebowski,
dude,
is
for sure.
up there.
So
Donnie?
for me, the movie that there's actually it's kind of two, and the reason is the same for both of them. But like John Goodman is a lovable dude, and he goes outside the box sometimes. Him and 10 Cloverfield Lane
Oh yeah.
is just
Oh yeah.
on another level.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Yep.
And when he
And see, to
fucking
me,
puts the guy
go
in
ahead,
the
Russ.
acid,
Go ahead.
the acid and everything, when you see that, anyways, say your thing about it.
I was just gonna say Inside Llewellyn Davis, where he plays a heroin using jazz musician who just talks shit during a car ride. Like, he's so good in that role. I don't know. John Goodman's a dude I'd love to have a beer with. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys.
Dude,
Love
it's
to go
been
to the bar with
friggin'
that guy.
it the whole time since we brought him up. I've been like, God damn, dude, there's this one thing. And you know what it is? Sully from Monsters Inc.
Oh shit. He's also
Dude.
Pacha in Emperor's New Groove.
It's no joke. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Emperor's New
dude,
Groove is a fave of
it's-
mine.
it's John
Dude,
Goodman.
watch
dude,
it.
Like
They're still
fucking
hot.
This
Yep.
guy.
This guy is in our blood.
No,
So,
he's a
two-
fucking American treasure. He's a cultural treasure.
Two other kind of
Agreed.
like I feel like roles that people wouldn't really remember him in that are a little different for him. Fallen. And do you guys remember Fallen with the demon?
Fallen's a tough one. That's
Damn,
Denzel as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. Like, not everybody catches that movie, but that movie is kind of like They Live 15 years later and way better.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
movie had such a great ending. Such a great ending.
Yeah, no, not everybody knows it though. That's
So
what's
the
the second
other
one?
one,
Good
little
God,
hidden
Russ.
gem,
Russ
little
bringing the
hidden
gold.
gem John Goodman moment. Him in Running Scared. That's such a treasure. When he's the gun guy who's just selling him all the weapons, and he's like slamming
Is he
these.
in Running Scared?
Yeah.
That's Paul Walker, not Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines.
No, yes.
He's
I remember
he's
we've done Paul Walker Running Scared. Click the
Right. We
click the
need to
link.
do Billy Crystal, Gregory Hines, and Jimmy Smith.
Ah,
We
Wait a minute.
need to.
You're not wrong.
Ben. Is he in Running Scared or is he in
Whatever the second
The
movie
Kevin-
is, that's what he's actually in because he's
the
not
Ke-
in Running
the-
Scared.
the
And
Kevin
he's
Bacon
definitely
one.
not in
The Kevin
he might
Bacon
be.
revenge movie.
Kevin Bacon
it
revenge movie.
black?
What the fuck?
No,
The
no, it came
Invisible
out around-
Man?
It came out around the same time.
Oh, I got a sad
dude,
story about the Invisible Man.
I want to Google the Kevin Bacon revenge movie right now. Find a Russ.
go ahead.
Google that.
Yeah, would ya?
What is the
What the
Kevin
fuck are
Bacon
you talking
revenge
about?
Death Sentence. Do you remember that movie, Ben? It came out at the same
What
time
movie?
as Death Sentence. You don't remember that?
Is that the one where? No, that's with Susan Sarandon. That's
dude.
Dead Man Walking. What the fuck are you talking
No.
about?
Oh
No,
my
Death
god!
Sentence. Kevin Bacon, his family gets killed by a bunch of gangsters, and he
No,
shaves
dude,
his
that's
head
the
and-
Punisher. What the fuck?
No,
Joke.
it is the Punisher. Actually, it's the same plot to the Punisher.
Never seen Death Sentence. Never seen it. Never seen it.
Really? So
It's one of those. It slipped by. Sorry, I try.
what's the other one? It's got the woman who is
Fucking
getting
failed,
revenge
Ben.
because Saheed dies.
Oh, the
Dude,
good one,
This needs to be a new segment.
No, the brave one.
We
the
need
brave
to
one.
the brave one, Jodie Foster.
movies.
So-
in
Absolutely,
the
one of
most
our another
obscure
national treasure, Jodie Foster.
So
way and let
no,
Ben guess them.
Joe. So while Ben and I worked at Blockbuster, Death Sentence, The Brave One, and Running Scared all came out like within a couple years of each other, and they were all like the same
and
movie.
Running Scared won for sure. Brave one was good though. Don't get me wrong.
Probably, yeah. They were all good, but
Hey, Running Scared. Touch that button. Yeah, you know it.
John Goodman
Oh.
makes an appearance in Death Sentence, and he is the guy
Ah.
who sells guns.
Good job, Russ. Bringing the tie back. He is on Death Sentence, not Running Scared.
Yeah,
All
sorry.
right, let's
they-
talk about
all right.
Walter White.
I
Who's
get
ready
those-
to talk about Walter White,
get
the
those three movies
CIA
confused.
operative?
Yeah, that
Walter
was my
White's not
next
in
one.
this
We got to
movie?
talk about Bryan Cranston.
We do. What a fucking. I mean, how many national treasures could Ben Affleck put into one movie? This guy, come on.
This guy.
He's Bryan
Okay.
Cranston.
So, excluding Walter White and excluding the dad from Malcolm in the Middle, what do you
Why you
think?
gotta
of when you see
exclude?
this guy?
Hal. Why you got to exclude Hal? Hal,
Wait, what's his
I
name?
listened to
gotta
a
Google. I
podcast
gotta
with
Google
him.
it. What's his name?
Bryan Cranston.
Bryan
I listened to a
Cranston.
podcast and they talked about Hal. And when he was trying to decide how he's going to be Hal, he looked at the wife's character and he was like, she's strong, she's confident. So I'm going to be weak and constantly needing approval for everything I do. That guy also first time ever having sex, fucked a hooker. Great, watch I think it's Conan O'Brien. He has a great
Whoa.
podcast.
Whoa, where are we going,
Beautiful
dude?
person, wonderful roles. Bryan Cranston, fucking amazing. And honestly, when he's getting those fucking tickets ready, God, that's a great part of this movie.
All right.
Bryan Cranston. All right. By the way, the answer, there's only one answer. It's from the new Godzilla series. He's good in that. But
Fuck that.
Bryan Cranston is one of those people who can grow a mustache and where right in the middle, but just below the nose, it doesn't actually part and it looks like a full-on broom. I love when a guy can do that.
What the?
No homo.
What the? Where? I don't.
You guys can't do it. I can't
what
do
is
it. We've got
happening with
full
this
beards,
show
but when
tonight?
it's just like that
I
straight
don't know
line,
what is
I'll
happening.
tell you what's going on with this show. It's been hijacked.
What is happening?
It's been hijacked. Let's talk about the best true stories. No, sorry. Go ahead, Russ.
Well, no, I mean, so those are the actors I wanted to talk about. Did you guys want to talk about any of the other ones? Any of the fugitives?
Here's what I want to talk about is I want to talk about rotary phones and the phones that had 12 slots. When the best roles in this movie, one of my favorite. All right, there's three things I think of when I think of this movie. I'm already at the scene when they do the fake firing squad. I think about myself in that role when they do the fake firing squad. That's fucked up. That's going to scar you for fucking life. The other one I think of is when he's doing the storyboards for the dickhead at the border crossing. And he's doing of course I speak Farsi. I want to make a movie in your country. Right. I find that to be one of the best lines in this movie, as far as this guy was just saying, I'm not going to trust the CIA operative to get me out of here. But then Ben Affleck is like, my name's Tony Montana and I love fucking it. Her womb is so polluted. Whatever he does.
Tony Mendez. Tony Mendez.
That's right, Tony Mendez. He's like, all right, give it a chance. Yeah, I knew you like her womb is so polluted. Tony Mendez convinced, yeah, come to the Grand Bazaar. We're going to come to the Grand Bazaar. We're going to take photos and, oh, you don't have my permission to take this photo. Whatever. They go to the airport and he's like, look at these storyboards. It's a story about everything that coincides with what you believe in. And the other guy, best acting of the movie, number 3, is that border guard who says, you're not going to be confirmed or whatever it is.
We have to verify it. We have to verify.
Probably the most crucial of the movie. To me,
see, and this I'm going to jump on the Ben bandwagon and I'm going to absolutely back that statement, because for me, that was this part. I feel like they missed the Hollywood jump. Anyways, regardless, that was the part that it brought it back to, all right, these people got to get out of here. And this one guy who's been just an absolute fucking little fucking pansy. He's folded like a cheap suit every fucking
fighting
chance.
it the whole way.
Right. And the minute the fucking heat is on, I mean, like, could you imagine? Your life is forfeit if you get caught.
Yep. And he's like, you know what? Oh, look at this guy has ideals
like,
aligned exactly with you.
He looked that dealer in the eye and he said, I'm going to split and fucking hit me, baby. He was like, I'm fucking in it to win it.
fucking right.
you know,
Yep.
and
Yep.
sold that whole motherfucker. Like they all lived because that guy was like, all right, cool. This is my moment.
Yep. Check it out. I've
Handled it.
learned your language because I think you're a great place to be.
Dude.
And look at this story I want to make. It's everything you uphold as fighting your oppressors. You know what I mean?
I
They
feel
do
like
that
that
little
whole scene was so incredibly fucking acted by
Yeah.
everybody too. Because even Affleck's character, even on scene on camera, you can see him. He's like, I got nothing.
Yep. He's gonna take it back.
I got nothing.
You take the bizarre scene where there's so much at stake and they really dial it back. But this is where they really pump it up and they're like, no, I've got to make this guy either holds the gate open or he closes the gate. And here's what I do. I tell him a story he's going to love.
Yeah, he becomes the storyteller. He becomes the storyteller. He sells this whole he sells the whole thing. Like that guy, it reminds me of door-to-door sales.
And who reinforces it? John Goodman, our national treasure.
Our national treasure.
National. That's right. That's right.
National treasure. Stormchild showing up for
That's
government
right.
film
I
tonight.
love a good Chardonnay. Anyway.
It's Chardonnay.
Hey, but when they leave Iran airspace and they all kind of give a hooray, hurrah, like everybody around them must have been like, oh, these guys are kind of dicks.
So,
like, we just flew somewhere.
When they're leaving Iran airspace and like they look out the window and those cars are pulling up, I Googled it because I felt like this looks like bullshit.
Oh, no.
Oh,
total
total bullshit.
Yeah.
Over
total
the top.
bullshit.
That never happened.
No.
In fact, the real Tony Mendez, he was only in Iran for a day and a half.
A day and a half. He showed up. He was like, here's your shit. Bip, 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 bip. Learn it, live it, love it. I got to get the fuck out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. Hey, what's up? You guys ready to go? Let's fucking go. Yeah.
I feel like
there was no bullshit.
Honestly,
no
that was
bizarre.
my biggest complaint with this fucking movie, you guys, is that pressure. Like the buildup was great, the sell it, the this, and then they get to the final fucking scene, and I was like, I don't know, maybe it was maybe I was looking for more Ocean's 11, maybe.
No, I agree.
Or more Mission Impossible. Like the pressure just wasn't there as you were watching it. Like it was like the only
agree.
pressure I felt is the scene we've been talking the last 5 minutes. And you agree, Russ? Tell me how you agree, because I want to hear it.
No, I agree. The movie did not deliver on a great Hollywood kind of ending with a lot of pressure and suspense and stress and all that shit that you would anticipate being in a war movie or a movie about Iran trying to kill the Americans and all that stuff. But the more research I did, the more I realized they didn't have a lot to go on from that. This was a crazy time and they were going into a really intense situation, but their plan worked so well that there was no bazaar. There was no police chase on the airstrip. It was just go in, be like, here's your role. Now we're going to go to the airport. Let's get out of here.
And in 2023, we would just re-release international criminals to get a basketball star back. I'm just saying.
That's a good spot to end it. Let's not get it. Yeah, we're not getting into all that. Fuck you.
All right, so,
oh my God.
We got a few questions from the audience. Here.
Bring the hatchet.
Just a couple questions from the audience. All right.
Look.
So let's move on. While I take these. So
Russ has more.
Russ got more. Hell yeah, shit. Russ got a script.
Got some more.
For a minute. Russ,
there's someone named
deep?
He's about to pull out, man.
Joe, this question is for you. And this is from user Ben Sucks, 1978.
Ouch.
Do you pick this movie
Hating
or
me my
Charlie
whole
Wilson's
life.
War?
Ben Sucks 19. You've been hating me my whole life. God, what else do you have to do? That's sad.
That's so good. That's so good.
Bad for you.
So, Joe, do you pick this movie or Charlie Wilson's War?
Oh, fuck, man. Charlie Wilson's War all day long. All day long.
Wow.
That movie delivered on the Hollywood.
That's an Owen Wilson level of wow.
No,
I'm with
that
Joe
movie
on
delivered
this.
on the Hollywood. That was what was Russell just fucking brought a whole new perspective to my review.
Whatever.
That
It's
was what
doing
was missing
coke in the
from
hot
this
tub with
movie.
strippers.
Nah, that
Come
was what was
on.
missing from this movie, dude.
It was a little more entertaining. Like that movie from start to finish delivered. And I feel like this movie delivered on different levels in a much better way.
So
But from start to finish, it did not deliver. There were certain parts that I just whatever.
to directly compare the two, Charlie Wilson's War delivered on the Hollywood.
Right.
This movie delivered on the Spy.
And I
I feel like the perfect movie between the two would have been like this movie needed just a little bit of Charlie Wilson's War.
Yeah, and I
Kevin
think
Smith could have done it if Ben Affleck would have been open to some other people poking in. But no, he thought, I'm Ben Affleck. I was in a Goodwill
He said,
Hunting.
it's exit only, bitch. You can't.
I played Shannon Hamilton in Mallrats. I'm not going to listen to you.
All right,
I
so
know,
Ben,
Matt
Ben, we got a
Damon.
question for you from the audience too.
Matt Damon. What do you got? I'm going to answer any question you ask right now.
This question is from Ray Charles, and he says, "What did this movie look like?"
What did this movie look like?
What did this movie look like?
You know, it honestly
Grateful
wasn't
Dead
bad.
album when
Hey.
you were on acid.
Ray Charles, open up your ears because this movie sounded pretty good. The soundtrack, what he threw in there,
On
great
point.
little story about him wanting When the Levee Breaks. Ben Affleck wanted When the Levee Breaks so bad, he paid a shit ton of money for a reshoot so they would drop the needle in the right spot. That's a great fucking story, honestly. They were supposed to drop it at the beginning. No, When the Levee Breaks is song 8 on Led Zeppelin 4. You got to go all the way to the end. He reshot them dropping the needle on the right spot per Led Zeppelin's insistence. If you're going to listen, Ray Charles,
Oh, wow.
listen to the music. Van Halen in this? Come on, it's a beautiful little spot. Dance the Night Away when they're about to do the live read. Hey, the soundtrack in this, Jason, you'll back me up.
Yeah.
You do it.
It was
Ray
money.
Charles, not enough heroin. Whatever. Everybody else is past it. You need to get past it too.
Soundtrack of
Talk
this
to
movie
Jamie Foxx.
versus Charlie Wilson's War. This movie soundtrack is better. Charlie Wilson's War is good.
Yeah.
This one's better, though.
Bro. Hey, I just saw Fred Armisen the other night, and he did a great bit about the bassist learning Kansas, Carry On My Wayward Son. Really funny. Google it. It's funny as fuck, dude. It's so true. So many parts to that song. But yeah, Van Halen, great in this. Ray
I
Charles.
just want to say,
Coke commercial.
It's so great. I had a backup question for Ben, but it's so great
What
that I
is
know I could rely on Ben for any random bullshit movie question. I could just say, "Hey, a blind man wants to know what this movie looks like," and Ben can just go on and on.
Yeah, forever.
About
I'm a
something.
fucking professional. That's right.
All right, Joe, we got a
License.
question for
Wait,
you.
what's your backup question? I want to know
No,
it
it
now.
was-
What's the
It
backup
was stupid.
question?
I can't. It'll just
Come
make
on.
you talk some more.
What
He
is
can't
it?
follow
It's so
it up.
stupid. I
He
want to
can't
hear it.
follow it up.
It'll make you talk too much.
That's
right.
golden. That's golden.
Am I supposed to hit record? Russ, give me a countdown.
Joe.
Yes, sir.
Matt Damon wants to know who would win in a fight, Ben Affleck or Matt Damon?
Oh, Matt Damon.
Dude, Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, I know.
I mean,
Dude,
Batman
Russ,
versus
don't
Jason
embarrass
Bourne.
yourself. You've done a
Hell
great
no.
job.
Dude.
I
If
agree,
there's
actually.
ever a Batman and a Jason Bourne matchup, Batman's going down.
That's so
All right, so
sad.
Ben,
Because it should be Batman.
It should be, but dude, Jason Bourne is unapproachable.
He's like, I got no memory. I'll just snap your
mean-
neck. But Jack,
yeah.
I've never seen.
Krav Maga is a science.
Do you
That's
remember
right.
after 9/11 happened? There was that comedian. He had that whole skit about the click with the pen. Like if somebody wants to take over a plane, I'll click with my pen. I'll just kill you with the pen. Like I'm gonna go out trying. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I always think of that when I watch Jason Bourne, because Jason Bourne actually stabs a dude with a pen in his hand, and it's a pretty graphic scene when he pulls that pen out.
yo, I'm going to get real right now for just a second. I'm going to get real.
Yeah. You know, he
I'm going to get just really real and be like,
arterial shunt.
Russ, when I think you aren't going to bring anything original, you
Huh?
bring the click. And
Click.
I'm really proud. My heart is full. I'm really proud. Thank you for allowing me to drink tonight. I really appreciate that you bring it back to a place where I don't have a point of reference because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know what
Good
the fuck you're talking
job,
about.
Russ.
What movie is that from? I don't know what the fuck you're talking. All right,
dude,
anyways.
the entire John Wick punchline is with just a pencil. I mean, you know.
No, it's
we can't get it. There's not enough time.
People bitch about the TSA requirements, and then there's movies like John Wick. I mean, what?
Ben,
bring it
this
down.
this is a long episode, but there's one more question, and it's an important one.
Oh,
It actually is
Jesus.
important. It is important. Is
I
Tony
realized
Mendez.
an employee of mine whose name is Jesus, his initials are JC. I realized that today.
Nice.
Anyway, what is it?
Tony Mendez wants to know.
Oh, he died 2019.
So
Parkinson's.
That's rough.
The Iran Revolution happened 4 years after Vietnam ended. Which situation, in your opinion, has impacted the U.S. more in the long term? Iran or Vietnam?
I feel like this is an SAT question, dude. What the fuck?
I just talked about my heart being full. Now my cock is hard. Like, holy shit.
What?
Russ, good job. I don't know. Vietnam scarred the country. Vietnam scarred the entire country. So I got to give it to Vietnam.
I'm going to put my little tinfoil hat on.
That's beautiful.
Say that maybe Vietnam was conditioning to make little cogs for what we needed to do. And
see,
wow. Good job, Russ.
I'm going to go the other way.
Good job.
I'm going to go the other way.
I'm so ready to hit the button to stop it. Right on Russ talking.
No, hear me out. Vietnam, I think, was more impactful and much longer, and a lot of our soldiers died at the time. But long term, Iran's still being a little bitch. Just
dude, you can't start this conversation this late in the episode. Like,